Great evening, holy brothers and sisters. On this magical Motzei Shabbos of May 26th, it was the 12th of Sivan. It was my wife and I's 14th anniversary. So happy, awesome, audacious anniversary, Yocheved. And in the Kitzur Likutei Moharan, today's lesson will be called Forthcoming Fours. Teaching number 163, Arba'a Tzrichem Lehodos. 4 are obligated to give thanks. Brachos 54b. As a result of the craving for food and drink, a person is unable to utter a single word before God. When people are too distracted and focused on physicality, they're unable to properly give attention to and pray to Hashem. 4 are obligated to give thanks. From Brachos 54b, this alludes to various misfortunes that the soul experiences in the service of God. These 4 types correspond to: they wandered in the wilderness from Psalms 107:4, a sick person, a prisoner, and they ascended heavenward and descended to the depths. That's from 107:26, which corresponds to those who were at sea. The soul experiences pain, afflictions, great wanderings, and unnatural misfortunes, but God rescues it every time from all its troubles, and for this we are obliged to give thanks always. We literally just made a whole lesson on these 4 people who have to give thanks in the Daily Dose of Daf videos, that we concluded that one must recognize and give thanks not only when people are saved from things, but even every single day, as the Ramban talks about, is miraculous unto itself. All of nature is miraculous, and we have to see within the nature God as well. So too we learn that all physical misfortunes that we talk about here also parallel much deeper and mystical, spiritual, and soulful realities. Teaching number 164. Some people come to the tzaddik, who is the doctor of sick souls, and they want the tzaddik to give them cures, that is, spiritual practices and pathways in accordance with what they know. But in reality, the tzaddik, the righteous one, has other precious and potent cures and correct pathways of a different sort, by which he needs to guide these people as to effect their cure. Furthermore, sometimes it is not possible for the tzaddik to reveal to his patient the inner essence of the Torah teaching that is necessary for his cure, lest the Torah teaching turn into a deadly poison for the person, God forbid. Therefore, he must dress up for him the inner essence of the Torah in other different words of Torah. Other times, the patient cannot receive even this, and the tzaddik is obliged to dress up the Torah, which he wishes to impart in mundane tales, so that the patient will be able to receive the proper cure. We must know what people need in order to get healed, but also to know how the medication should best be given. Just like children might need to be swallowing liquids rather than having pills and having something that's flavored versus not, so too teachers must know what people need to get better, but also how to deliver these things. And sometimes they have to make it more desirable with a sweeter taste to it. Teaching number 165. You should endure and accept with love all of the troubles and afflictions that come upon you, God forbid. For you ought to know that given your actions, God is still acting with great compassion towards you, since considering your actions, you really deserve much, much more, God forbid. Even though instinctually we might feel that it is not good in the heat of the moment, we have to catch ourselves and remember that this pain too is for our best. And we should even be thankful that we received it, because there are much harsher things that we may have deserved, and this is what we're getting instead. Teaching number 166. When people are in the presence of the tzaddik, he then has sovereignty. We are not meant to live our lives in isolation on mountaintops. Just as a king needs his people to rule over for his position to have real meaning, so too tzaddikim should be able to give over teachings and rulings that he may help others as well. A teacher learns most from his students. Teaching number 167. Know and believe that the Shabbases that a person spends in the presence of a true Torah scholar are equivalent to fasts. The levels and the connectedness that fasts have upon a person may also be experienced through bonding with higher, holier beings at specifically auspiciously elevated opportunities. As always, thank you so much for learning together. If you enjoyed this lesson, please remember to like, comment, share, and borrow. And please God, we'll learn again tomorrow.